The royal family is in turmoil again, and this time it's impossible to ignore. King Charles has officially stripped Prince Andrew of all his royal titles and privileges, reducing him to simply Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. On paper, it sounds like decisive action, like the monarchy finally said, "Enough is enough." But Gen Z isn't impressed. They have a radar for inauthenticity, and after years of scandals surrounding Andrew's friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, a polished palace statement feels like window dressing. This isn't just about one prince losing his title. It exposes deep hypocrisy in the royal family and might even create a pathway for Harry and Meghan to come back from the cold. Andrew's saga has been one long, cringe-worthy spectacle. The infamous Pizza Express interview, where he claimed he couldn't sweat, still makes people shake their heads. The photographs he claimed not to remember, the reported £12 million settlement to someone he supposedly never met, and now a newly surfaced email allegedly showing continued contact with Epstein after his conviction. All of this has played out in public, and young people have seen every detail. And now, after years of shielding him, the palace has finally acted. Gen Z's response? Cool, but seriously, what took so long? Because, let's face it, when it comes to royal accountability, timing matters, and doing the right thing late often feels like damage control rather than genuine remorse. Meanwhile, the comparisons to Harry and Meghan are impossible to ignore. Harry and Meghan were essentially exiled for speaking honestly about mental health and trying to protect their family. Andrew, who maintained ties with a convicted sex offender and allegedly made settlements to avoid accountability, kept his titles, his security, and his mansion for years. The double standard is glaring, and Gen Z sees it clearly. It's one thing to protect an institution's image, but it's another to shield someone from consequences while punishing those who speak out. Young people value authenticity, and in this case they're not seeing it. And the numbers back it up. According to recent polling, 77% of over 65s think the monarchy is good for Britain. That's a solid majority, if you're over 65. But among 18 to 24-year-olds, only around 30% agree. Another survey of teens found just 27% viewed the royals positively, while 39% viewed them negatively. That's not just a generational gap, it's a chasm. The monarchy's future literally depends on these young people, and right now they're increasingly sceptical. Why? Because in a world where young people struggle with housing, student debt and skyrocketing living costs, the monarchy represents unearned privilege. As 15-year-old Gus put it, they are the ultimate Nepo babies, an elite bubble untouched by the struggles of everyday life. And Andrew's saga has only reinforced that perception. This is where Harry's story becomes so relevant. While the palace mishandled Andrew's accountability, Harry has quietly continued to make a real impact. In September 2025, he personally donated £1.1 million to BBC Children in Need, with a portion supporting programmes tackling youth violence and poverty in Nottingham. He's been consistently backing causes that matter to young people, showing that royal influence can be used for genuine social good. Meanwhile, the palace seems more concerned with optics than outcomes, more invested in protecting its image than doing the work that actually matters. The contrast couldn't be starker. Andrew's protection versus Harry's exile exposes the monarchy's misplaced priorities. Protecting a man credibly accused of serious misconduct while punishing a prince who prioritised mental health and family safety is a glaring error in judgment. And Gen Z is paying attention. They notice that the royal family's words about kindness, connection, and modernization don't always match their actions. As 16-year-old Carr put it, they talk loads about connection and kindness. William says he's a new generation of king, but all I see is fighting, nastiness, and panic. That's a perspective many younger people share. They're not impressed by platitudes, they want real, consistent action. At the same time, Harry represents an alternative vision of royalty. Messy, human, authentic, and engaged with real-world issues. The Andrew scandal has put the monarchy under a microscope, showing that while some royals are protected despite wrongdoing, others are punished for being honest and caring. If the palace wants to reconnect with young people, acknowledging past mistakes and allowing Harry to engage on his own terms could be a powerful signal of genuine change. Right now, the monarchy looks outdated and self-serving, while Harry embodies a more human, accountable, and relatable model of royal responsibility. Young people are clear about what they want from a modern monarchy: transparency, accountability, and alignment with values that matter in the 21st century. They want to know the full truth about past scandals, recognition for victims, and evidence that the royal family is willing to change, not just protect itself. The Andrew saga has forced these conversations to the forefront, exposing a major credibility gap between what the monarchy claims to stand for and how it actually behaves. Polished statements alone will not satisfy Gen Z. They're demanding authentic reform, and they're not willing to wait politely for the palace to catch up. So, where does that leave the royal family? They are at a crossroads. The Andrew scandal has shone a light on structural failures and double standards, and it has created an opportunity to repair relationships with younger generations, but only if the palace is willing to embrace transparency and genuine change. The contrast between Andrew's protection and Harry's exile will continue to be a benchmark for accountability. The monarchy can either adapt and modernise or risk further alienating the very people who will determine its relevance in the decades to come. If you found this deep dive into royal drama insightful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and become part of the Sussex Squad. Supporting the channel through super thanks or the links in the description helps us continue delivering honest, in-depth analysis of the royal family. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the stories the mainstream media might gloss over, and it means the world to us. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next episode, where we'll keep uncovering the truth behind the crown and the people who wear it.